Ciao Tesla people, today another road trip, but this time I'm going to Montesenario, which is a mountain close by Florence. It's towards the north, and it's 600 or 700 meters, something like that. So it should be a bit cooler than here. Right now the car says 27, but in reality it's already 30 degrees. It's 11 in the morning. And today we are expecting 35 or 36 Celsius. So the heat wave is still here and doesn't look like that is going away anytime soon, which sucks. Anyway, I'll do the time lapse. I'm very curious because from here to there is probably 500, 600 meters of difference in altitude. So it's all the way up a hill. So I'm curious to see the battery consumption will be and the efficiency, and also on the way up. Of course, on the way back, it should be pretty interesting because it's going to be all the way down. So I should regain quite a bit of energy. Anyway, I'm going to do the time lapse and I'll see you on the road. So I'm at the Montesenario. This is a monastery here. It's huge. To get some fresh air. It's not quite much cooler. It's 28 degrees, but in Florence it's already 34. So these are the views from up here. And here, and it's right here. Nice. So in the back there is the view, and here's the monastery. It's really cool. I remember I used to come here when I was little, and there was a They would make panini with prosciutto and formaggio and cheese and prosciutto. Really, really good. The water was really good. Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. And down here, there's some other views. Down there, the valley. We are right on top of the mountain. These are the Apennini. Goes to Bologna. I think down here there are the direction. Right here. Let me show you in time. There is a sign here with all the directions. Okay. And let me see. I can see the reflection. Yes, Carperia. Borgo San Lorenzo is that direction, which is towards Bologna. Very nice. Now I'm going to the other side so I can show you the other.
on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first.
So I'm back from Montesenario. The town close by wasn't that great. Basically nothing was open, but Montesenario is really nice. The monastery is fantastic. I've been there many times because I used to go there when I was little, so it's always cool to go there. And it was much fresher than here. It was 27, 28 degrees Celsius, but you are inside the woods basically. And I'm going to show you some pictures. So it's always great to go there, so it's much cooler. And here it's 35, 36 Celsius. And I wanted to show you the way back. So I think I went up with 40%. Now I'm at 32%. And I think I went down, I was at 30%. So I did the 17.4 kilometers. I consume minus 1.4 kilowatt hour, which means I gain 1.4 kilowatt hour. Took 41 minutes, and the efficiency is minus 79.5 watt hour per kilometer. Okay, pretty good. I was expecting more gain because this it basically is 17 kilometers of descent. The only problem is basically very small town all the way down, so I couldn't pass 50 kilometers an hour because there are limits there, and there are several speed checks. Okay, so I couldn't go higher speed. Otherwise, I would gain more kilowatt hours. Okay, but 1.4 kilowatt hour gain, pretty good. It's always good. So very happy with the efficiency. If I had more speed with and then in addition with the Aloblax wheels, I think I would regain much more than that. Probably I would be at 34% and not 32. So I gain about 2% of battery. Anyway, check out my Tesla referral. The link is in the description. If you buy Tesla, use my referral. You get a discount. And also, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it, and I'll see you next video. Ciao, Tesla people.